Microplastics falling down from the sky like Christmas snow, making us all nice and impotent and reducing our testosterone and turning us into limp, neutered men. The good news is, though, you'll soon be able to buy babies from factories. Welcome to planet Earth, everyone! Hello there, you 6 million awakening wonders. Thanks for joining me on this voyage towards truth and freedom, and what a truth it is and how much the freedom is needed as microplastics rain down from the skies, making us infertile and robbing us of our natural powers and abilities. For God's sake, turn on the notification bell if you want the truth, and if you think you can handle the truth, subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Now, I've got some truth for you. Microplastics are everywhere and they're ruining your ability to procreate. Merry Christmas. Researchers in Auckland have used advanced chemical analysis to calculate the amount of microplastic particles falling from the sky over the city, equating it to 3 million plastic bottles each year. While plastic waste is generally understood to be widespread across the land and seas, scientists have recently started to drill into the ways it can get swept up into the air to travel far and wide. The stories just keep getting worse and worse, don't they? Well, at least it doesn't lower your testosterone and turn you into a eunuch. Oh, it does that as well. A 2021 study shows that chemicals known as phthalates, a chemical element of microplastics, have been linked to health problems that have been detected in food from popular chains McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Hut, Domino's, Taco Bell and Chipotle. I wonder if these plastics are in any way connected to this. Shanna Swan, Professor of Environmental Medicine and Public Health at Mount Sinai School of Medicine in New York City, documented how average sperm counts among Western men have more than halved in the past 40 years. Do you ever feel that there's a broad globalist project to neuter and neutralise people and their reproductivity, to make males into kind of eunuchs and create a world where people can't fight back and resist? Let me know in the chat, let me know in the comments. To turn everything into a commodity, to grow meat in laboratories, to get people to eat insects, and surely they would never get people to buy babies from a factory. Her research reveals that phthalates lower testosterone and so have the strongest influences on the male side, for example, diminishing sperm count. There's an onslaught on nature, almost our psychic nature and our biological nature is being attacked by a system that sees us primarily as customers and doesn't want us to have any vitality, liberty, or ability to fight back. If you follow the curve from 2017 sperm decline meta-analysis, it predicts that by 2045 we will have a median sperm count of 0. That's the median, so some people might have 1 sperm. It's speculative to extrapolate, but there is also no evidence that it's tapering off. This means that most couples may have to use assisted reproduction. Of course, it could be argued that assisted reproduction creates yet another industry and turns another natural resource and process into something that can be profitable. In 2017, scientists created a biobag that functioned as an artificial womb. Oh, way back in the biobag, we knew that you'd become a footballer. And they used it to grow baby lamb. Now a concept has been unveiled showing how the same could be done for humans. But surely no one would ever do that. Recent footage from EctoLife shows what childbirth might look like tomorrow. This is a startling glimpse into what is 100% feasible, and already Elon Musk has affirmed that EctoLife is viable and likely needed. The best case scenario then is that the pollution they created and ultimately led to infertility will be utilised to create a new industry selling us babies instead of us having them at home. The worst case scenario, of course, is an army of sentient cyborgs that will imprison us all in our homes. You remember The Matrix? Yeah, I remember thinking we shouldn't let that happen. Oh, that we shouldn't? Oh.
Introducing EctoLife, the world's first artificial womb facility, powered entirely by renewable energy.
First question, before we go any further about your real-life Matrix baby factory, that energy better be renewable, because your fucking soul isn't.
EctoLife allows infertile couple to conceive a baby and become the true biological parents of their own offspring.
Perhaps that's why we live in times of delirium, where we're uncertain about how we're supposed to live and who we're supposed to be. And to clarify, I believe that people should be able to express themselves however they want to and identify however they want to. But the industrialization and technologization of the most natural processes that are afforded to us, I don't think is going to lead to a utopia. When you look at this, do you think utopia's on its way?
The facility features 75 highly equipped labs.
I don't really feel that comfortable with a sushi bar where what's on the menu is little babies. I'll have 1 brown one and 2 white ones, please. Well done.
Each state-of-the-art lab can accommodate up to 400 growth pods or artificial wombs.
Choose whichever way you want to describe this hellscape. I think I'll go with growth pods. Nice choice, sir. Welcome to freedom.
Every pod is designed to replicate the exact conditions that exist inside the mother's uterus.
It's exactly like that. You can't sort of digitally recreate the experience of someone else's beating heart and love. And I know that some people actually believe that you can, that this is all just a synthetic experience, absolutely devoid of spirit, and that everything can be mechanized, materialized, rationalized, recreated through technology. But what that will lead to, in my opinion, is the centralization of more and more power and control, and the loss of the most vital thing we have, our spirit, our ability to be human in all our fallibility and all our flaws. We have lost our connection to nature, and I feel that old EctoLife there, perhaps with the best intentions in the world, might be doing the work of Satan.
A single building can incubate up to 30,000 lab-grown babies per year.
Listen, I love the concept, growing babies in a lab. I love it. What's not to love about all babies looking like little rotisserie chickens, all lined up in their little pods? But is there enough babies in that lab? Sir, there's up to 30,000. Well, that's all I needed to know. You have my money.
EctoLife allows your baby to develop in an infection-free environment.
Right, the heightened fear, pandemics, germs, disease. You don't need to worry about that, ma'am. We'll grow your baby in a germ-free and love-free environment. Actually, the Matrix now. I want one of those babies like, fuck this! I'm out of here!
Every growth pod features sensors that can monitor your baby's vital signs, including heartbeat, temperature, blood pressure, breathing rate,
and its slow dawning realization that it's been entirely extracted from nature.
The artificial intelligence-based system also monitors the physical features of your baby and reports any potential genetic abnormalities.
Them fingers is a bit stubby. Straight to the lab, little buddy.
EctoLife growth pods feature internal speakers that play a wide range of words and music to your baby.
Fuck off. What, there's going to be super babies coming out speaking ancient Greek and being able to do calculus? The bad news is you've all compromised your soul and allowed the world to become one kind of Apple planet where everything's a commodity and we can have designer babies that we order. The good news is, though, that your baby, well, give it the clarinet. This is going to blow your fucking mind.
EctoLife improves your bonding experience with your baby, thanks to a 360 degrees camera that's fitted inside your baby's growth pod.
The state offers you safety and the corporate world offers you convenience, and there is no area into which they will not reach. Surely we could say that it would be more convenient to grow a baby in a lab that uses fertilizer as a kind of fuel than just naturally having your own babies. Well, I think we could say that because nobody's balls work anymore because of the raining down of microplastics. Oh, no, well, we should say it then.
Through the app, you can choose the playlist that your baby listens to.
The app? It's enough fucking trouble looking after the little bastards when they're born. I don't want to be doing their playlists before.
You can also directly sing to your baby and make them familiar with your voice before birth.
I've given up my spirit and my soul for this. Wah, wah. Quiet, baby, or straight to the lab. I'm afraid to say your baby was non-compliant. We asked it to wear a mask, and I think it refused. I couldn't understand it. It was speaking in Mandarin, which is impressive, which is why it's all the sadder that we've had to flush it.
Our goal is to provide you with an intelligent offspring that truly reflects your smart choices.
Your smart choices to extract yourself from reality. What we're being offered now is progress and technology in place of spirit, and acceptance that there's only so far that humanity can go, and only so far that humanity should go. That perhaps our focus will be harmony here on this planet, respect for one another, a new relationship with nature where we don't regard it solely as a resource, but something that we are symbiotically evolving with. All of these evolutionary steps are impossible as long as we live under the auspices of corporatism and state kleptocracy. As long as that's continuing, you're not going to be able to awaken to deep reality. You're heading towards a future, if you're lucky, where you might be able to grow a baby down in the old Matrix Walmart. The worst case scenarios, you're going to be so poor that you will be either executed or starved.
With EctoLife, your baby will receive the best nutrients that can support their growth. Each group of pods is connected to 2 central bioreactors.
Do you not worry that this could become corrupted? Excellent, Smithers! And now to release the vampire gene!
The first bioreactor contains nutrients and oxygen.
Lovely green Hulk spunk nutrients.
Which are supplied to your baby through an artificial umbilical cord.
What we've done is we've wrung out a Shrek and we feed it straight into your baby's belly.
This bioreactor also contains a liquid solution that serves as the amniotic fluid that surrounds babies in the mother's uterus.
I hope that bioreactor that's got some nutrients in it that can synthesize long traditional connections to the earth and your ancestors and your family and evolution itself and God and the human spirit and the complexity and suffering and pain that human beings have to learn to accommodate. We actually didn't put that in there. It made the green too brown.
Thanks to a system controlled by artificial intelligence, each baby receives custom nutrients tailored to their needs.
I was suspicious of AI when they said that they might let it drive a fucking cab. You know, really, like letting it grow a big room full of babies. Listen, I'm done about letting AI drive an Uber. What if it goes wrong, crashes into someone's fence? Now that won't happen. Oh, okay then. Well, why don't we let it grow 30,000 people for its little army of AI bastards? Well, sir, it's already underway.
The second bioreactor is designed to eliminate any waste products produced by the babies.
As well as very naughty babies.
The artificial umbilical cord helps the babies to release their waste products into the second bioreactor.
Hopefully, those two things will never get mixed up, and we will create an army of shit-eating babies that poop vitamin C.
With EctoLife, miscarriage and low sperm count are a thing of the past.
Well, they're a thing of the present because the same interest that will benefit from this created that problem. Also, now you're a sterile, docile little drone who's happy to buy a baby from a factory that you visit once in a while and sing at like an idiot in an iPod commercial. Oh, we've lost our souls.
Prior to placing the fertilized embryo of your baby inside the growth pod, in vitro fertilization is used to create and select the most viable and genetically superior embryo.
Genetically superior? Have we been down this road before? Something about genetic superiority rings a bell. No. I don't remember that being part of a dangerous ideology in the past at all.
Giving your baby a chance to develop without any biological hurdles. And if you want your baby to stand out and have a brighter future,
I do. Tell me how to do it. Will it cost me my soul?
Our Elite package offers you the opportunity to genetically engineer the embryo before implanting it into the artificial womb.
Medically engineer it. Finally, a master race without the messy PR.
Thanks to CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing tool, you can edit any trait of your baby through a wide range of over 300 genes.
Lonely, no, edit, too reflective, edit, non-compliant, edit.
By genetically engineering a set of genes,
I'll take Princess Leia.
The Elite package allows you to customize your baby's eye color, hair color, skin tone, physical strength, height, and level of intelligence.
I'll have a nice, strong, little Princess Leia.
It also allows you to fix any inherited genetic diseases that are part of your family history so that your baby and their offspring will live a healthy, comfortable life free of genetic diseases.
And tradition and grace and any connection to reality.
EctoLife provides you a safe, pain-free alternative that helps you deliver your baby without stress.
They're actually planning for hell. They're planning it. They're getting it ready. All of the stuff about social credit scores, the introductions of lockdown, making us all infertile, centrally controlling food, breaking down agriculture the whole world over, creating bodies that are global and are not responsive to national democracies. They're creating it now. They're creating a technological dystopia before our very eyes. And look how anodyne it looks. Just an attractive couple standing there in inappropriate clothing, looking at a baby that they've selected from a menu. They might as well fucking eat it.
After discharging the amniotic fluid from the artificial womb, you will be able to easily remove your baby from the growth pod.
Excuse me, it's stuck in the growth pod.
Everything is perfectly designed so you and your partner can enjoy the delivery process.
Now, I know people have very difficult births and like death in childbirth, blessedly, is not as common as it once was. But even though I know lots of people that have suffered as a result of their experience giving birth to children, it's very much part of your connection and bond to the child, whether it's a cesarean or what is called a natural childbirth process. The idea that you can replace that with like a little Kinder egg being opened by a mouse fart, rather reductive of one of the most astonishing and strong experiences that human will ever know. Okay, let's get ready for the birth. Thanks. Hey, do you have any brown ones?
Tired of waiting for a response from an adoption agency? Unable to find a suitable surrogate mother? Worried about pregnancy complications?
This is complicated. Can I just get one from a factory?
Worry no more, because EctoLife got you covered.
Worry a little bit more because we're trying to annihilate and commodify everything. Why bother falling in love? Why look out of a window? Why fly a kite? Strap a thing onto your head, have a baby grown in a lab, and just wait for death, which will be a relief when it finally arrives. So, the bad news is you're being made infertile by a constant torrent of microplastics, nullifying your masculinity, your femininity, all your innate and inherent powers are being reduced now so that you're an obedient little servant of the state. But the good news is you can go to this horrifying, dystopian, sanitized hellmouth and purchase yourself a lovely little Kinder baby. We're all going to hell. I suppose ultimately what we have to do is cling to our humanity, cling to our nature, not be judgmental of people that necessarily require assistance or take unusual pathways to parenthood, but not to commodify and industrialize every aspect of our nature. Perhaps ultimately this is no different from agriculture and the industrialization of food and treating nature just as a resource. Perhaps this is what inevitably happens when a species loses its way. But it seems to me that this could mark a turning point or mark a point of reflection. Who do we want to become as a species? Do you want your consciousness controlled by tech? Do you want your reproductive system annihilated then replaced by tech? Do you want everything in your life to be a product? Or do you think there's a way back for humankind? Let me know what you think in the chat. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, have a look at either of these. Please turn on the notification bell and subscription because by God, we need to create a movement because there is a relentless tide of ambiotic hell deluging us even as we speak. Please stay with us. Stay free.